What's going on, guys? My name is D. Anthony with evolutiontraders.com. So I am a full-time options day trader as well as a prop firm futures trader. I've been doing this trading business for the past half decade. So just over 5.5 years full time, going on about 7 years total. I've learned a lot of things along the way, but what I do want to kind of show you guys, and I've been kind of highlighting in the Discord to everyone, because I've been trading a ton of futures. Normally, I like to start off the month trading a lot of futures and then kind of taper down as the month goes down and just kind of take those select setups. But what we are in now is my dashboard, kind of showing you guys my TraderVate dashboard through Top Step. So Top Step is the firm that I do trade for. They're based out of Chicago. If you want more information, that link is down in the description box below. But if we kind of look at my total trades here, so my gross P&L for the month, which today is November the 8th, so we are barely running on just about a week and a half worth of trading, is $3,100, $3,158, right? So $3,158. I have taken 63 trades. So predominantly I'm going to be a scalper. The difference between a scalper and a day trader, consider to me, is that for me, a day trader is someone who's going to hold trades longer than an hour, right? They're going to open a trade today, they're going to close a trade today, but predominantly they're going to be holding for more than an hour. Everyone's definition of a scalper and a day trader can be a little bit different, but that's just my definition, so you guys can kind of have a better understanding. A scalper is someone going to hold trades for seconds to minutes, right? You know, predominantly my trades are under 5 minutes, but you know, under 10 minutes to kind of be safe. I did trade 132 total contracts in 8 days. My average trade time is 4 minutes and 2 seconds. The longest trade that I held was 36 minutes and 50 seconds. I am 63% profitable on my trades. So you can see the winning trades here on this pie graph here. Winning trades 63%, losing trades 36%. So you don't need to be a home run hitter trader to be profitable. You don't need to, hit at 90%. You don't need to hit at 100% of your trades. You're going to lose trades. I try to stress this to everyone, especially in my community, is that it's all about risk management. It's all about longevity and staying in this game. If you go into every trade trying to make $3,000 a trade, you're going to destroy yourself. It's about gradually growing and increasing your size. It's about proper risk management. It's about controlling your emotions, so forth and so forth. If we kind of look at the profitable trades here, so I was $5,700 in the profit, 40 winning trades out of a total 63. My largest winning trade was 735, and I want you guys to focus on this winning trade here. The average winning trade was around 150 bucks. So one thing that I like to preach is that I like to look for those good setups. And if you guys are part of the community, you know what setups I'm looking for, my style of trading. I'm looking for a specific setup. When that setup presents itself, I'm going to either get long or get short. I'm a 50% bull, I'm a 50% bear. Doesn't matter which way the market is moving, I will trade both sides of the market. So I have no absolute bias. Again, I'm not a long-term investor. I am purely just a trader. So for me, I've got to put money and put food on the table day in and day out, month in and month out, quarter after quarter, year after year. So it really doesn't matter to me which direction the market is moving. I'm just going to go ahead and try to take advantage of those proper setups. I am a technical analysis trader, so I'm not really going to focus too much on news. I'm not going to be focused on what the Fed is doing. I'm not going to be focused so much on interest rates, even though all of those things do play a big factor in which direction the market swings. But if you are a technical based trader, you don't necessarily need to be wondering what's going to be happening with the news or a specific event. You're going to have technical levels of supply and demand on your chart, and when those levels kind of confirm, then you're going to go ahead and take your trades, right? So whether the market is going to be swinging down off of a news event, I can take advantage of that based on my technical analysis. My average winning trade time was 4 minutes and 30. Okay, I already said that. Losing trades here. I lost $2,500, but obviously was still able to profit $3,100. I took 23 losing trades out of a total of 63 trades. My largest losing trade was $315, and I want you guys to focus on the average losing trade here. So the average losing trade was around $111. The average losing trade time was 3 minutes, and the longest losing trade that I had was 17 minutes. Now, when it comes down to how to be consistent and how to be profitable and how to actually make money doing this on a day in and day out basis, One thing that you need to really kind of focus on is that not every day you're going to win. Okay, not every single trade that you take is going to be a winner. But if you understand to cut those losing trades when you are supposed to, based on your strategy and your technical setup, if you just go ahead and kind of clear those emotions away and you exit that trade versus trying to hope and will your way from a losing trade into a winning trade, it's going to allow you to manage your risk a lot more appropriately. And it's also going to allow you to be in the game, meaning have capital and have reserves to be able to continue to take that next trade. Now, if I just get into a trade and I oversize myself and I tell myself, you know what, I want to make $2,000 today, or I want to make $10,000. So let me just go ahead and play, 10 lots or 10 contracts of the NASDAQ, and either I win or I lose. But if I win, I'm going to make 10,000. And if I lose, oh well, then you're never really going to be successful, right? Now, today I was able to make $600, and I can kind of show you here if I just look at today's stats, right? So today's stats, the gross P&L was $610 off of 17 trades and a total of 34 contracts. The total profit on that was $1,850. The total loss was $1,200. So my biggest winning trade today was $735. The average winning trade today was $205. My largest losing trade was $315, and my average losing trade was $155. Guys, I was a 50% trader today, did not trade the best, but the only reason it's not necessarily that I was taking bad trades, it's the fact that I was not allowing myself to stay in a losing trade long. So when those setups presented themselves to me, I either entered that trade long or short, depending on what the setup was. Today was more longs and shorts, but if the trade didn't go and I gave it 30 seconds and I gave it a minute and it's not going and doing what I want it to do, I'm cutting that trade. I'm not going to sit in a losing trade for the sake of sitting in a losing trade hoping that it's going to come back. Either it starts to work for me right away, or I'm going to get the hell out of this trade. That's one thing that you guys need to really, really kind of focus on. If you have a technical strategy and a technical setup, and you enter that trade, if that trade doesn't start to move in 30 seconds, a minute, 2 minutes, you've got to get the hell out of the trade, because you're going to get hurt. And when you get hurt, you make irrational decisions. And when you get hurt, you become emotional. And when you're an emotional trader, your brain is like being put in a blender, right? You have a lot of highs and lows, and you don't really understand what is going on, and you start making irrational decisions, oversizing, over leveraging, trying to make everything back in one trade, right? And when you start to do that and you start to revenge trade, you really don't have a firm grasp on what you're doing. I say focus on good setups. If it works, go ahead and take those profits. Even though sometimes we get out of trades and it runs up, and you look back and you're like, man, I sold for $300. If I didn't sell, I would have made $1,000. So what? There's always another setup, and there's always another trade. And just like when you get into a trade and you think that it looks perfect and you want it to work, and it goes against you, instead of sitting there saying, well, if I give it a little bit more time, maybe it'll come back. Yeah, maybe it will, but maybe it also won't, right? For me, I would rather just get out of that trade and wait for the next one. Sometimes you have to wait 10 minutes. Sometimes you have to wait 10 hours, right? But there's always a next one. That's the thing. If you blow yourself out trying to make this one trade work, you're not going to be around for the next 10 trades. You're definitely not going to be around for the next 100 trades. You're not going to be around for the next 1,000 trades. If you want to be a trader, right? Not an investor. If you want to be a trader, you need to be around for the next 1,000 trades, right? Look at it that way. It's not about this one trade. It's about the next 1,000, okay? I don't care if you make $10. I'd rather you make $10 1,000 times than to lose $10,000 once, right? I hope that kind of makes sense. If you guys do have any questions, you guys want to trade futures, maybe you guys are interested in getting funded. Again, I work with Top Step, great prop firm out of Chicago. They have a 2-step evaluation process. Basically, in short, again, for all of you guys who, like to pull everything apart, all you nerds out there, you need to make $3,000 2 times, right? Follow very basic rules. Took me about 10 days to do it. So the first step, you got to trade for a minimum of 5 days. Second step, main rule is, you can't have your largest winning day over 40% of your profits. So I can't make, $2,800 today and then go make $200 over the next, 2 days and think I'm going to get funded. It needs to be spread out. Only reason it needs to be spread out is because they want to make sure you're not lucky, right? It's all very easy. We've all done it before. We've got into a trade. We didn't really do anything. It just went and it went and it went and it went and it went, and you made a killer home run trade, but you can't do that over and over and over. So, even your best trader out there, your best Wall Street trader, they're always going to preach risk management. They're always going to preach to have a stop loss. They're always going to preach to take profits when you got them, right? The more consistent you are, like for example, $200, I would rather make $200, for the next 1,000 trades than to try to make $2,000 just once. I hope that makes sense. Again, guys, all my information is down below, and I'll see you guys all later.